Hello, I'm Olanike Abidoye for Becoming a Daily. I am here to present HESI A2 Mathematics for another day for some other topics like fractions, ratios, proportions, percentage, and so many applications that we have under it. I am doing this because I felt like a lot of people need help, need assistance that in relation to uh, their performance in mathematics. And that's why I'm like, okay, since I was able to get 100% in AC this year and I got 94% in TIFF, so that's why I'm doing this. So follow me, try to subscribe so that when next my video is dropped, you can know and be able to study and grow together, and you'll be able to become yourself as we are moving on daily. Follow me to the topic, which is addition of fraction. So when we are adding fractions, example like 1 over 4 plus 2 over 3, the first thing is we find what is the multiple for the denominator. Remember, the denominator are 4 and 3. So we look at those numbers to see what are the numbers that 4 and 3 can divide. If you look at that, we have 12. We have some other numbers that 4 and 3 can divide. We have 20, 24, and so on. So we just pick the list of those multiples, and which is 12. So we say how many 4 in 12? That's 3. 3 times 1, that's why we have 3. How many 3 in 12? We have 3. Oh, sorry, how many 3 in 12? We have 4. 4 times 2 give us 8. And adding this together, 3 plus 8, that will give us 11 over 12. And if you look at 11 over 12, there's nothing we can do. That's to the least, the simplest, is in the simplest form now. So we leave that as our answer. 11 over 12 is our answer. Another example that we are studying is when we have mixed number or mixed fraction. We have the whole number together with fraction. So that just like what we are having here, 2 whole number 1 over 2 plus 1 whole number 1 over 3. So what we first do here is we add 2 and 1, the whole number that we have together. 2 and 1, that's 2 plus 1 will be 3. Then we find the multiple of 2 and 3. So looking at multiple of 2 and 3, that will be 6. That will be 12. That will be 24, and so on like that. So those are the numbers that can divide even 18 and so on. So we just pick the list, which is 6. So and that will give us the multiple of 2 and 3. So we have 2 plus 1 will be 3, the whole number. Then 2, the multiple of 2 and 3, that's why we have 6. Then how many 2 in 6? We have 3. 3 times 1, 3. Plus, how many 3 in 6? 2. 2 times 1, 2. That's why we have 3 whole number, 3 plus 2 over 6. Adding 3 and 2, that will give us 3 whole number, 5 over 6. And the answer is 3 whole number, 5 over 6. Since we cannot divide 5 and 6 further. So our answer will remain 3 whole number, 5 over 6, as we have it now. Next is subtracting fractions. So when we are subtracting fractions, let's look at the example. We have an example, 5 over 6 minus 1 over 8. So as usual, we find a multiple of 6 and 8. And when you look at 6 and 8, the multiple, okay, we can have 24, we can have 48. So we are picking 24 now, since that's the list of the multiple. So having 24, how many 6 in 24? We have 4. 4 times 5 to give us 20. How many 8 in 24? We have 3. 3 times 1, 3. So we have 20 minus 3 over 24. And that will give us 20 minus 3. That's 17 over 24. And looking at this answer also, we can't do anything further because 17 and 24, there's no number that can divide the two of them. So we just leave it as our answer. The next example, when we have 5 whole number 2 over 5 minus 2 whole number 3 over 5, A, the first thing, first subtract the whole number from each other. That's 5 minus 3. We put it down as 3. Then we think of what will be the multiple of 5 and A. So looking at 5 and A here, the least multiple that we can have here will be 40, because all those numbers before 40, they cannot divide the two. 5 and 8 cannot divide them. So our multiple here will be 40, and that will be 3 whole number. We have 3 whole number, then put 40. Then we can now say how many 5 in 40. That's how many 5 in 40? A times 2 will give us 16. How many A in 40? That will be 5. 5 times 3, that will give us 15. And that's why we have 3 whole number. 16 minus 15 will be 1 over 40. And that means our answer will be 3 whole number, 1 over 40. There's nothing we can do further. Then we leave the answer like that. Next one, we are looking at multiplying fractions. When we are to multiply fractions, let's look at an example. We have 3 over 5 times 4 over 7. Here, when it is multiplication, we can look at, is there anything that can divide each other before we multiply? No, no number can divide each other. Then we can now have 3 times 4, then 5 times 7, since we are multiplying. So we multiply the numerators together, then we put everything over the multiplication of denominators. And that's why we have 12 over 35. That is what we are having here, 3 times 4 over 5 times 7. That will give us 12 over 35. Can we divide? No. So that's why we have that as our answer. There's no number that we can use to divide 12 and 35. So our answer will remain that way. If you have something that we can divide, let's say we have 10 over 35, we can use 5 to divide that. And that means we say, okay, how many 5 in 10? There are many 5 in 35, and that will give us further answer. But like this, that we have 12 over 35, there is no number that can divide the two. So we just leave the answer that way. The next one, that's why we have just reduce first when possible. So like from the beginning, if we have 3 over 5 times maybe we have maybe 4 over 9. So 3 and 9 can divide. But in this case, there's nothing that can divide unless we just multiply and go on with our answer that way. The next example, we have when we have mixed number as well. So in this case, we change this mixed number to improper fraction. So that means we have 2 times 3, that's 6, plus 1, that will be 7 over 3, times 4 times 5, that's 20, 20 plus 1, that will be 21 over 5. So now we have 7 over 3 times 21 over 5. In this case, we quickly check, is there anything that can divide each other? Yes, 3 can divide 21. Remember when we are having multiplication like this, we can divide numerator with denominator. But when we want to multiply, you can only multiply numerators to the two numerators, multiply them together, then put everything over multiplication of denominator. But if you have something that can divide, like, okay, numerator, there's number that can divide denominator, then like 21 and 3 here. So we can say how many 3 in 21? That will be 7. Then that will give us 7 times 7 over 5, because this 3 will no longer be there. And that's why we have 7 times 7 over 5. And that will be 49 over 5. So in this case, we have to take it to the lowest. So, and what we can do is, how many 5 in 49? That will be 9. That's 5 times 9 will be 45. Then 49 minus 45, we have 4. So remainder 4 over 5. So that's why we have 9 whole number, 4 over 5 as our dividing fractions. So when you are dividing fractions, that means we are multiplying by reciprocal. So the meaning is what, for an example, 2 over 3 divided by 5 over 6. So in this case, it will just be multiply this 2 over 3 here, multiply it by the reciprocal of this side. What do we mean? That means we have 2 over 3 times 6 over 5. Reciprocal means divide, that would be 1 over all this. And when you are saying 1 over 5 over 6, it's just like 1 times 6 over 5. And that's why we have 2 over 3 times 6 over 5 in this case. So we look at, is there anything that can divide each other? Yes. 3 can divide 6. So 3 in 3, 1. 3 in 6, 2. So that would leave us with 2 times 3, 2 times 2, then over 1 times 5, which will be 4 over 5. We can't do anything further there. Our answer is 4 over 5. The next one is 6 whole number 1 over 3 divided by 3, 5 whole number 1 over 5 whole number over 8. We are looking at 6 whole number 1 over 3 divided by 3, 5 over 8, 3 whole number 5 over 8. So in this case, we still change this one to improper fractions. That means we have 6 times 3, 18, plus 1, 19 over 3, divided by 3 times 8, that will be 24. 24 plus 5, that will be 29 over 8. So here we are having 19 over 3 divided by 29 over 8. And in this case, remember we change this side to reciprocal, to change it like multiply by reciprocal, and that means we have 19 over 3 times a over 29. That will change the other way. So we have 19 over 3 times a over 29. And that means we have 19, if you look at it, there's nothing that can divide each other. So we can just say, okay, 19 times a over 3 times 29. And that's why we have 152 over 87. Looking at that, there's nothing that can divide each other. Then we can say that can divide the two. Then we can say how many 87 in 157, 152. That will be one whole number. Subtract, do 152 minus 87, that will be 65 over 87. Looking at it again, there is no number that can divide this 65 and 87 further, so we leave that as. So the next thing is ratios. So when you look at ratio, we have simplify 18 ratio 24. If you look at this, when you talk about ratio, it's just like you want to look for something that can divide the two numbers just to have it to the least or to the simplest form. So looking at this 18 and 24, we can use 2, we can use 3, we can use 6 to divide both 18 and 24. So in order not to waste our time, we just use 6. How many 6 in 18? That's 3. How many 6 in 24? That's 4. And the answer will be 3. Look at this, 3 over 4, which will just be 3 ratio 4. So we just change this to 3 ratio 4, and that will be our answer. Then we can have ratio in form of word problem, word exercise, just like what we are having here. A box contains 25 blue pens and 10 black pens. What is the ratio of blue pens to black pen? So if you want to do that, write this 25 blue pen ratio 10 black pens. So when we have 25 blue pens and 10 black pens, then we quickly think what will be the number factors that can divide 25 and 10. So in this case, we have 5. How many 5 in 25? 5. How many 5 in 10? 2. So that means we have 5 blue pen ratio 2 black pens. So dividing by 5, we have 5 blue pens ratio 2 black pens. And that means the ratio will be 5 ratio 2. That's what we have in that case. Proportions. When you're talking about proportion, we have 2 over 4 divided by x over 20. At times it can be it can be like 3 ratio 4 equal to x ratio 2, ratio 20 rather. And it will just be like you are dividing it. So it can be in that case, it can be 3 ratio 4 equal to x ratio 20. So we just quickly change it to 3 over 4 equal to x over 20. And for us to find x, we quickly say 3, we cross multiply in this case. And that will be 3 times 20 equal to 4 times x. So we have 4x equal to 60. Divide both sides by 4 so that we can have what x is. Then that will be divided by 4. 4 we cancel 4. Then how many 4 in 60? That will be 15. and that gives us answer. The next one is percentage, application of percentage. Then we have the first one. There's the value of an item increased from 80 to 100. What is the percentage increase? The first thing here is you first find increase. We have from 80 to 100. Then we can say find the increase by subtracting 80 from 100, and that will be 100 minus 80, and that's 20. That means the increase in this case is 20. So that means increase will be new value, which is 100, minus original value, which is 80, and that will be 20. So the percentage, to find the percent increase, will now be increase divided by original times 100, and in this case will be 20 over 80 times 100. So when we divide everything by each other, so we have 25%. By the time we divide how many, zero, we cancel this zero, then we can say, okay, how many 2 in here, and then how many 4, like that. So at the end of the day, our answer is 25%. The next thing is the value of an item decreased from 150 to 120. What is the percentage decrease? So the first one here is first round 150, then subtract it from 120. So in this case, it will be the original here is 150, while the new value is 120. So in that case, that will be, we have to find the decrease. So when you find the decrease, that's like 120 minus 150. That gives us minus 30. Minus for that 30 is just showing us that there is decrease. That means we have decrease in this case. Then we can go ahead to find the percentage decrease, and that will just be 30 divided by original. Which one is original? 150 in this case. So that will be 30 divided by original, which is 150 times 100. And in this case, it will be 30 over 150 times 100, and the answer is 20%. That means the percent decrease is 20%. The next one, we'll be looking at word exercises in this case. We can have some words that are exercises in words when you are taking your HESI exam. So we have a shirt costs $50. A shirt costs $50. It is discounted by 20%. How much would be paid for the shirt? In this case, we have the cost of shirt as 50, then a discount of 20% is given. So how do we find the amount paid for the shirt? That means we first find the discount. How much is that discount? So we say 20, the discount will be 20% of 50, and that will be 20 divided by 100 times 50. Going by this, when you divide 100 and this, it will give us $10. That means the discount, when you buy this shirt at 50, when that's supposed to be $50, the discount will be 40 and will be 10. Then what will be the amount paid? Amount to be paid will be the original amount, which is 50 minus 10, and that will give us $40. So when you take the 20% discount off the original, then the answer will be $40. That means the amount, the money, the cost to be paid will now be $40. Another one, an item costs $80. The sales tax rate is 6%. Find the total amount of item after tax. Then we'll have $80 as the cost. Then the sales tax is 6. So let's first find 6% of that cost, which is 6 over 100 of 80. That's 6 over 100 times 80. And that will be, when you divide everything, it will be $4.80. So in this case, we want to find the amount of the item after the tax. So when you are buying something, the amount to pay with this tax will now be 80 plus 4.80, and that means it will be 80 plus 4.8, that will be 84.80. That means that will be $84.80 will be the amount to pay when the tax is being added. We are looking at what problem for that. We have 3 pounds of apple cost $4.50. So if you write that, we have 3 pounds of apple cost $4.40. How much will 5 pounds of apple cost? So that means we say 3 pounds of apple that cost $4.50. So that means we can write that in ratio, like, okay, 3 pounds over $4. So we have 3 pounds of apple cost this. Then 5 pounds of apple cost X. That's what we don't know that we're looking for. So we try to write this like in ratio form. That would be 3 over 4.50, which is the cost of the apple, then equal to 5 pounds over cost of it, that is X that we're looking for. So in that case, we cross multiply 3 pounds times X, that will be 3X, then 4.5 times 5. So that would give us, when you cross multiply, we have this, then we can divide, and that will be 3x over 3 equal to 22.50 over 3. And dividing 22.5 by 3, we have $7.50. So that means the 5 pounds apple will cost $7. The next one is practice exercises. We have so many 10 exercises here. I want you to try to work on them and share your answer. You can pick any of them or try to work on and share your answer in the comments section. You love, share, like, and subscribe so that you won't miss the next day. You won't miss the next topics. So that as soon as the video is dropped, you will get notified, and you'll be able to follow, and you'll be able to get the exercises as you're supposed to. So try to share this with others so that they can benefit as well. Thank you.